What's up, air signs? How y'all doing? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We're going to take a little look here today and see the true intentions of the person you're dealing with, or the person on your mind, or whoever it may be that takes up all that space in your head. So this is not a collective reading. This is one reading for each air sign. One for Gemini, one for Libra, one for Aquarius. If any of you are in need of a personal reading, all the information is in the description of this video. All right. Let's hop on into this, Gemini. Let's see if we can get an energetic overview of the person that you're dealing with. Person Gemini is dealing with. Let's get a general energetic overview of this situation. Oh, the World card. You might be dealing with a completed soul contract. And when it comes to the general readings that I do for the masses, I'm usually really careful talking about soul contracts because that varies from person to person. So I want to dance around that very lightly. But if you came to me for a personal reading, the first thing I look at is the nature of and status of the soul contract. And if this came out, I would tell you that you're dealing with a completed soul contract. Means it served its purpose. Anyway, though, let's see. God damn. I think both of y'all. This is both of y'all. Not just you, not just them. Both of y'all. B-O-F-A y'all. Both of y'all are so fucking guarded towards each other that I don't think either of you have let each other in at the deepest level. Ten of Cups reversed. It does not look like you all are reaching happily ever after status. I think there was a lot of codependency energy in here. I don't know who brought that to the table. That as well could have been both of y'all. I don't know. It doesn't matter, though. All it takes is one person bringing that energy to the table, and it's going to fail. So some of you could have been on and off with this person. I know that's not all of you, but if you've been on and off with this person, I would say that more than likely the reason you've been on and off is because the soul contract was already completed and it already served its purpose. I think the person that you're dealing with right now is either out looking for someone new, or that's what's on their mind. They want to find someone new. This is telling me, this feels like somebody you're not even in communication with, honestly. I'm trying to cover as many different situations as I can, but this and this and this all looks like either really piss poor communication or just none, block communication. Death card, World card, Ten of Cups reversed. This looks like a connection, a soul contract that has run its course, served its purpose, and now the universe is closing the door on this. Blom, blom, blom. Could be a Scorpio for some of you. Let's see who I got here. I got Scorpio, Pisces, Taurus. But you know, it could be anybody. Those are just the energies on the table. All right, well, let's see their true intentions. How do they feel about you? Are they a good person? Or are they a sneaky, deceitful little sack of shit? What's this person's true intentions? Damn, Ten of Cups reversed, man. Doesn't really look like they're dumping a lot of eggs in the basket of y'all being happily ever after. means they don't have high apple pie in the sky hopes. Death card again. It just doesn't look to me like this person has faith in this at all. But boy, I'm going to tell you what, you take up a lot of space in their head. Boy, you take up a whole lot of space in their head. But it's almost kind of like a head over heart kind of thing. They're trying to just like push it down and forget about it, you know. 9 of Wands again, very guarded. They don't want to let you in very deep. But boy, just know this bothers them a lot more than you know. I think they're just trying to play it off and pretend they don't care, if anything. And also, they don't really trust you that well either for some reason. Not really. Not really. I feel like this is a head over heart kind of thing, where there's a part of them that just can't get you out of their head, but their logical mind is trying to stuff this down and think that eventually I'll just forget about it. I'll get over it. I'll find somebody new. You know, I don't know. This is messy, boy. Messy, messy. Let's get the advice. What's the advice? Ooh, Hierophant. Well, all I'm gonna say is if you continue to play the same game, you're gonna continue to win the same prize. That's all I'm gonna tell you. All I'm going to tell you, but you have to learn that for yourself. And I don't mean that like in a condescending way. When we find ourselves in situations like this, we have to learn that for ourselves. We all do. We all do. I don't know. Just try to be careful and don't get stuck in a cycle. Now, I'm also getting here, and again, I got to be real careful how I word this. But if you can find it within yourself to completely release from and release this energy and transmute this and heal from this, I think you do have a divine life partner right around the corner. But you can't just walk away because I told you to and then meet your person. It doesn't work like that. You have to be vibrationally aligned in order to meet your person. If you're not vibrationally aligned with your person, boy, you could get stuck in a broken down elevator for 4 hours with your person. 2, if you wouldn't even be able to hold a conversation if you're not vibrationally aligned. So that's all I'm going to say. If you're not ready to move on from it, then don't. I'm not judging you. Repeat the cycle as many times as you need. But just know that, see, this is a very, very slippery slope. On one hand, repeating cycles can give you lifetimes of wisdom and knowledge. But at the same time, every time you repeat the cycle, you dig that hole a little bit deeper. And it gets a little bit harder to climb out every time you do that. So try not to repeat it too many times. It does not take very many times of repeating a cycle before you see what is going to happen every single time. Doesn't take very many times at all. All right, Libra, let's see what's going on with you. Let's get a general overview between Libra and the person they're dealing with. Ooh, Knight of Wands. I feel like there's going to be a very brief reconnection here. It almost kind of seems like, this kind of feels like the energy of like bumping into him out in public or something like that. That type of energy. Hang on, let me see what else comes through. Yeah, this looks like a very brief reconnection here. Very brief. Ooh, careful though. I don't know. I kind of feel like it's going to play out the way it's going to play out. one way or the other. Doesn't look like it's going to last long, though. It does not. Start quick, end quick. I don't know. And now I'm starting to kind of feel like maybe this person's been planning this. Maybe it might not be as random as it seems. You know, like for example, they make sure that they're at the same grocery store you shop at. So they run into you. You know, that type of shit. Or they go to a party that they heard you were going to. And, oh, what are you doing here? You know that type of energy? Something to the effect of that. I think they're going to reconnect with you and try to somehow make it seem like it's not that big of a deal, or it was an accident, or it was random. Or hell, maybe they'll just show up in your inbox. Hey, you were recommended to me in my people I may know. And I'm like, oh my God, I haven't thought about you in months. How you been? You know, bullshit. Bull fucking shit. That's my favorite one. That one, when it comes to, you know, people from my past trying to hit me up, that's probably the most common excuse that I get. Oh, you just magically showed up in my feed, and I hadn't even thought about you. Bullshit. Shut up. Bullshit. Something like that, though, you know. But like I said, start quick, end quick. Now, why is it start quick, end quick? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's because you're not dealing with their bullshit. Maybe you're the one putting an end to it. Maybe you're keeping them at an arm's distance. Let's see what their intentions are. I got that 7 of Swords in the heart of the spread. If it wasn't for that, I might have a little more faith in this. What's this person's true intentions? Yeah, they've been slowly, like, I think, trying to figure out a way to either connect with you or make it look like they're randomly bumping into you. See, this came out in the last spread too, but I was going to wait and see if it came out again. They have not been having a lot of success replacing you. For those of you that dealt with somebody that had an addiction issue, they're still not clean. I know that's not all of you. Kind of looks to me like somebody that ain't been laid in a long time wants a sexual connection. That's what this looks like. That's what that looks like. This is really strong past person energy here. I can't help it. I know that not all of you are dealing with a past person, but I feel like the majority of you need to hear this message. There's so much past person energy, I just can't work around it. But what are their intentions? They're up to no good. Up to no good. Nah, they ain't changed nothing. For the better, at least. Everything changes, but you either change for the better or for the worse. And most people aren't working on improving themselves, so most people are changing for the worse. I guess let's get some advice then. What's the advice for Libra? What's the advice? If you haven't healed from this, I would stay as far away from this person as possible. I didn't expect that to come out. Ooh, 2 of them back to back, dude. If you haven't done any kind of healing from this, I would avoid this. Wow, this is a very similar energy to what came through for Gemini. On the other side of this situation, is blessings beyond your wildest dreams. A lot of people are going to end up, blessings are going to smack a lot of people in the face this year. A whole lot. But yeah, you ask yourself, have I healed from this? Am I okay with this situation? Have I made peace with this? If the answer is no, be very careful. I think if this person even catches a whiff of vulnerability, they're going to take advantage of that. I mean, if I was you, I wouldn't respond if they show up in your inbox. I wouldn't engage if you run into them somewhere. Keep them at an arm's distance if you're not healed from it. Now, if you are confident that you've healed from it, which, let's face it, if you healed from it, you wouldn't be watching this video wondering about them. But keep them at an arm's distance, because you're right in the middle of a very, very, very big transformation. Very big. Very, very big. And while a part of the healing process, like near the end, reconnecting can be beneficial, that's a slippery slope. That is a fine line, very fine line. Where on one side of the line, you know, healing can actually help you transmute and release. On the other side of the line, you'll slip and fall back down that slope. You know? All right. Aquarius. Aquarius. Let's see if we can get a general energetic overview between Aquarius and the person they're dealing with. How's the energy looking? Ooh. Somebody's losing sleep. Is that you? Hang on a second. Yeah, I think, okay. Well, first of all, this person does keep a very close eye on you. Or at least they attempt to. I got to try to broaden that out and generalize that a little bit more. They attempt to keep tabs on you, whether you have a social media they can look at. I mean, a lot of times when I tell people that, oh no, I have them blocked on everything. Come on now. Come on now. That ain't gonna stop nobody. That ain't gonna stop nobody. Or some people say, I don't have social media. Well, do they know people who know people who know you? Yeah. Well, there you go. All I got to do is ask through the grapevine, hey, have you heard if they're dating anybody yet? What are they up to now? You know, something to try to keep some kind of tabs on what you got going on in your life. I think, though, see, this is where it gets confusing, because at the same time, they're trying to forget about you. But obviously, if you're keeping tabs on somebody, then you're sucking at it. You're not doing a very good job forgetting about them. If you can't quit trying to shove your nose in their business, you know? But, I mean, it doesn't really look like any actions happening here. Where'd it go? Doesn't look like any actions happening, any offers, any communication. All these pages, though, dude, look at this. Page, 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 all reversed. Every single page in the tarot all came out. Which tells me that, I'm telling you, if you're one of those people that says, oh, I have them blocked on everything, guarantee you that you're friends with a dummy account. Guarantee it. Guarantee it. Anyway, let's see their true intentions. What are their truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions? You know what I think? They just want to know how you feel. It's all they want to know. I think it keeps them up at night. And they can't tell. They can't tell how you feel, and it burns them alive on the inside. They want you to want them. But I can't stand when this message comes through. sounds so stupid. And I can never figure out a good way to explain it. They want you to want them, but they're not thinking past that. See what I'm saying? So, okay, so let's paint a scenario. Let's say they find out that you want them. Okay, then what? Why do you want them to want you? So you can be together, or they're not thinking that far into it? I don't even think they're trying to be with you, honestly. I just think they want you to want them because it would make them feel better about themselves. That would feel real good, knowing that you miss them, you want to be with them, you regret this, you wish that didn't happen. You know, just to know that you're bathing in that energy, I think would make them feel good about themselves. So, what are their intentions? Kind of sounds like the intentions of a game player to me. Sounds like the intentions of a game player, because where's that going to get you? Where's that going to get you? You know, I mean, even if this person does want you and you get what you want, how long do you think that's going to last? You know, it's just, people are silly, dude. Silly. I hope you're dealing with a young person. Because if this is somebody in their 30s or 40s or, God forbid, 50s, their brain is stuck in high school, dude. All right, well, let's get some advice. What's the advice for Aquarius? What is the advice? Be very careful what you let this person know regarding how you feel about anything. 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 I don't care what it is. Don't let this person know how you feel about anything. Let alone how you feel about them. Or how you feel about the price of rice in China. Right? I don't let them know how you feel about anything, because they gonna figure out a way to play with that. This is saying don't let your guard down. Don't let your guard down, and what's that? Keep walking away. Be sure you've done some healing. I know you hear me say that a lot, but if I was you, here's what I would do if I was you. Let's plan to maybe connect with this person one day. Let's plan that. But what I would do if I was you is I would dedicate my life to making sure that the next time you and this person connect, they don't fucking recognize you. They don't even know who the hell they talking to. You've changed and evolved and grown so hardcore. Speaking from experience, I've been there. Speaking from experience, it's the best feeling in the world. The best feeling in the world. Where somebody who thinks they know you, they think they got a good grip on who you are. They think they got a good grip on some of your weaknesses. They think they know you real well, and then they end up seeing a version of you that doesn't match anything that they have in their memory. The look on their face, the look of embarrassment, the look of shame, the look where they just feel like the dumbest fucker on the planet. Feels so good, dude. It's a really good feeling. Anywho, I feel like those were the messages that my air sign family needed to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget, information for personal readings is in the description, and there's a super chat. Sky's burning. Thank you for the super chat. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here now, y'all. I will see you sometime between now and the rest of